A of my critical reflection. Question 2 asks, how does your media product engage audiences? The demographics of my target audience would be people aged between 30 and 50 years old. The gender would be woman, their race would be American or European, their income level would be middle class, their geological location would be America, their education level would be high school and college. The psychographics of my target audience would be that they are interested in the well-being of dogs, the impact of dogs on humans, and remedies for dogs with health issues. Their hobbies would be training with dogs, playing with dogs, volunteering to help dogs, or attending local pet community events. Their attitude would be that they view their dogs as family, they are nurturing, caring, empathetic, and compassionate. Their behavior characteristics would be that they have high family-oriented spending because they view their pets as their family. Digitally engaged because they are researching products for their dog specifically by comparing brands, looking up ingredients about the product, or checking reviews about it. They would also have an active lifestyle because owning a dog requires daily walks, which increases physical activity and encourages a healthy lifestyle. After understanding the demographics and psychographics of my target audience, I believe that I am appealing to the same target audience because of the use of the color pink. Since women are the target audience of dog magazines, it would represent feminism, which can make the content signify that it is aimed at women. Also, the lead article and cover lines of my content have a more softer tone to the story because that's what the target audience would like to read. Women that are around the ages of 30 and 50 would not want to pick up a dog magazine that has sad or serious topics. Instead, they would prefer something with a positive vibe that would make them feel good and allow them to continue viewing their dogs as family. If the tone was serious, they would not be able to connect with the story of my magazine, and it would not be able to relate to their interests, hobbies, or attitudes. Audience Interest Survey. This question on my Audience Interest Survey asks about the gender of respondents. 38% were male and 82% were female. These results informed my creative choices because since more females responded, I knew that the target audience of my magazine is women, which is why I chose to include a pink theme that represents feminism. This question on my Audience Interest Survey asks respondents if they agree with the point the story of my magazine represents. 92% responded with yes and 8% responded no. This informed my creative choices because it helped me understand that people agree with the message I am trying to get through with my story. This question on my Audience Interest Survey asked respondents what magazine cover interests them the most. 54% chose a dog sticking its tongue out at the camera, 31% chose a dog laying in the sun, 8% chose a dog looking directly at the camera with a bow or outfit on, and 8% chose a dog playing joyfully outside. This informed my creative choices because I saw that the ones that got the highest percentages were a dog sticking its tongue out at the camera and a dog laying in the sun. So I combined both and used that for my magazine cover since that's what my audience was interested in the most. Content engagement. My magazine offers a feeling of happiness and joy to my audience by using the color pink. The color pink represents calmness and positivity, which relates to the whole message of my story. My magazine values the care and well-being of dogs and focuses on the positive benefits they have on the mental health of humans. My content addresses the interests, needs, and preferences of my target audience by including an emotional appeal about the connection dogs have with humans, including heartwarming stories and including interesting dog facts along my story. These all fulfill their desire for entertainment, curiosity, and education. The strategies I have employed to make my content engaging, informative, and entertaining are including high-quality images of my dog in a happy mood, using the color pink, using descriptions on images and quotes. I believe this enhanced the content engagement because high-quality images are most likely to grab attention and can help the audience who are women who have dogs mirror how they see their own dog. Using the color pink will indicate that it is aimed at females and can signify a feeling of nurturing and positivity. Using descriptions on images makes it easy for the audience to understand what is being shown. And using quotes from my own and people who own dogs will help my target audience relate to the story more and can help them feel understood from the things that others say. Also, I made my content informative by including credible evidence by stating sources, including scientific facts throughout my story, personal experience, and pet medications or products. Credible evidence and scientific facts throughout my story makes it more informative because it can help my content appear as a reliable source that people can trust and read off of. Personal experience adds more relatability for the audience. It provides my audience with real world evidence of the emotional and mental benefits of owning a dog, and since facts cannot always perfectly describe the bond that humans feel with dogs, by including a personal experience, it will be more understandable and will make it easier to explain to the audience. And by including pet medications or products on the table of contents, it strengthens the credibility of my content and can help the readers of my magazine who own dogs make more informed decisions on what products to buy their dogs. I also believe I made my content more entertaining by including cutest breeds and dog photography sections on my table of contents and heartwarming stories. By including cutest breeds and dog photography on my table of contents, it can make the audiences of my magazine be more encouraged to continue reading the magazine, because if they find that my story isn't just going to be focused on facts and information, but that it will also have a fun side to it, it can make them stay hooked on the magazine and keep on flipping the pages. And finally, heartwarming stories will help add an emotional appeal to my story, which can grab the attention of the reader. The multimedia elements that I have used to enhance my engagement are on the cover section on my table of contents, a flash puff, high quality images of my dog in a happy mood out in nature, and a feature section on my table of contents. By including an on the cover section on my table of contents, it allows the readers of my magazine to feel like as if they know the dog personally, and when stating my personal experience with my dog, they will be able to quickly understand what dog I am talking about. By including high quality images of my dog in a happy mood out in nature, it can boost the reader's mood by seeing the dog happy and carefree. It will allow them to feel an emotional connection with the dog. And finally, by including a feature section on my table of contents that has interesting stories featured, it will make my content be more interactive for the reader. Design and layout of my content. Throughout the design and layout, I maintained the same fonts and color, and I used a lot the color pink because it represents feminism, love, happiness, and that I made the text very readable for the audience. I included images of my dog with their tongue out in the sun in a happy mood because it conveys joy and happiness. And again, I used the color pink because it adds more meaning and can grab the attention of my target audience, which are women. I believe I made the navigation of my content easily readable for the audience because I had clear and readable headlines, subheadings, descriptions, and page numbers. I had a well structured and organized layout, and I had spacing between old text and images. Question 2, Part B asks, how would your media product be distributed as a real world text? To distribute my magazine, I would use social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, X, and especially Facebook, because people around the ages of 30 and 50 are most likely active on Facebook more than Instagram or other social media platforms. I would post monthly every 30 days with content such as Dog of the Month, photographs of cute puppies, events hosted by local communities, dogs up for adoption, and dogs facts stated by professionals like vets. I would use both traditional and digital distribution methods. To ensure that my magazine reaches its intended audience effectively, I will include images of women bonding with their dog and would still utilize the color pink to keep a feminine look. The cost of my magazine would be $7.95 for traditional and $10.99 for digital with a subscription of 2 years. I would collaborate with other popular dog magazines such as Modern Dog or Dogster. I would also collaborate with businesses such as Petco, PetSmart, animal hospitals, and animal shelters to expand distribution reach. My magazine would be sold online, in bookstores, libraries, and pet stores or pet centers, mainly at the front desk or in the rating areas where people can easily grab the magazine and take a quick look at it.